There we go. Man, they changed the dialogue boxes here on YouTube, so things got a little weird there for a second. Okay, we're here. Sorry for the late start. I might have fallen asleep. So, I guess that means we have an early start today. Let's go. We are waiting for the good old cargo ship. We'll be out on the tugboat as well, doing some missions around the island, looking for new tugboats. I need to make sure we have enough gasoline to make things happen. I think we have enough supplies to actually go run the oil. Or I'm sorry. Well, I guess we could run oil. We would need cards though. Hello, Mr. Beef. Hello. So I was gonna do Valorant and then Rust, or Rust and then Valorant, but since I fell asleep, it's just Rust. I guess I needed it more than I thought. What's up? Hi. PTB wipe. I don't know when that's gonna happen. I'm sure we'll have a softie on Thursday. I guess it could also hard wipe too. It's hard to say because PTB is that testing bed, so like they could do it at any time. I don't know any of the walls. Look at me. Say we most definitely could use a cargo ship run, an oil run, and even a labs run. So let me check the map real fast. I have a sneaking suspicion the oil ship is coming out. You know what I'm talking about? Anyways, I wanted to test the sub pen and tugboat defense. So since we've got a small base and a lot of resources, we can probably facilitate that in this stream. Yeah, if you saw that, yeah. That one guy that's crazy. Some people are just loaded, man. No matter what you say or do, they're just doing their own thing. In some cases that's really cool, in some cases it's really not. That was a case where it really wasn't. What's up? Diego. I guess we could just, we should probably take a weapon of some sort. Right? Like something like this. And then we'll just go do some runs. Hopefully we have enough time to do it before our oil ship comes out. Did they add the ships that you can live in? Yes, although I would not suggest signing out with it, because you're gonna get caught. A lot of people want to live on there like 100%. I was like, don't do that. Don't do that. I guess we'll put the hat on while we're out there. It would help if I had a jackhammer, huh? Guaranteed, as soon as we sip this tea, we're gonna hit the horn and go brrr. I just feel it in my bones. Yeah, we'll save that for when we go. Yeah, we'll show you where ours is at. We'll actually fish off there a little bit. I just want to make sure we catch cargo. Because we kind of need those supplies for some of the stuff we'll be doing tonight. Five seems like it's pretty good, right? Guarantee we're gonna see the ship pull out right when I pop the T. That's like how this always goes. Okay, so another thing I kind of want to talk out while we're doing it. We probably do this while we're fishing too, but the sub pen, we've got that basic block down. Oh yeah, I guess we kind of saw that before where we're like, hey, let's just put it on the top stack. I want to know if we can put a triangle piece down there that's gonna like give us a little bit more versatility. But also, oh my goodness, did he lunge at me? In a way, maybe we could put our defense tower that attaches to it as a disconnectable or something else. Because the tugboat's pretty long and pretty tall, so like, I'm pretty sure we can stick it between two TCs, which would make it even more beefier. How you feeling tonight? Pretty good, pretty good. My sleep's a little jacked up, but that's nothing I can't handle. We've been there many times. Yeah, so we'll most likely be rolling solo. Man, there are so many boars everywhere. How far out is the world border? If it's the standard map, it's 17.5, but the problem is you won't see it. You won't hear it. There's no indicator whatsoever. It's just instant wreck. So, like, things just disappear. So, you don't want to go and hit the barrier. So, I tell people 15 empty squares out is the amount you want to go. Because then it gives you some room to maneuver. But, like, if you even just touch the end of the barrier, it will destroy whatever you're driving. Instantly. It just disappears. And if you're going at any kind of speed, it's pretty scary because then it just pops. And then sometimes you're moving fast and then you get wrecked. Or, I mean, it stinks when your boat gets wrecked and then you're like swimming and you're like, okay, how am I getting back? You're not. So yeah, 15 is pretty good. That way at least you can turn around and not really have to worry about hitting the barrier. But taking a tugboat out that far is going to be pretty costly. Little tactical cylinder action. And I guess it's up for debate whether or not we want to hit, I guess the Xeno threat thing is going on in Star Citizen. And I was like, I kind of want to check that out. So we might, after about 3-4 hours of this, spin that up. I have to wait and see. Food. I should have said food patch too. Food patch 2. This way we can kind of get all the supplies we need in one shot. If we do the T, there should be a decent amount of nodes around here. This is the desert after all. Let's see, if there's like 4 or 5 nodes, we'll just kind of go, alright, here we go. I think sulfur's more for bullets at this point right now. I'm not opposed to raiding, but we haven't really made too many enemies so far. Formal Pirate says, hi Dad, hi son. There's some right there, right? Okay, there we go. I was gonna say sulfur I'm not gonna stop for, but the other stuff I will. It's so funny, if you only see sulfur you should probably just farm it because it's stopping the other nodes from coming in. Yeah, so world border is very invisible. And there's literally no indication. I know somebody heard my 17.5, and then they're going to go out 17, and then they're going to turn around and hit the border, and then they're going to come back and chat and go, man, I should have listened to you when I said 15. I'm like, I know. How do we know this? Because we've done it numerous times. And you can see tugboats 2 squares out, so you can even skim the edge of the border, like 15 and a half if you're ballsy. And you have proper markers, but still even then there's a danger you can run into the wall. Is it back on his hindquarters where you aim to get the... Oh, it's too hot? What? That's ludicrous. Guys, that's ludicrous. Oh, I knew that burp was coming. I know I tapped out. I had some deli meats, dude. Delicious. Hindquarters? There we go, lead. You know what we should do while we're done? We should go check our spawn points. Or the harbors to make sure there isn't another boat up for grabs. Because we lost one, I think, from decay. So one's on the table here pretty soon. Or if my math is off, somebody else already got it. Or we might just get lucky and there might be another one, but the luck part is probably less likely for sure. Yeah, they're actually decaying faster than they should. At present. As much as I like having the worms and stuff, we're gonna throw them on the ground. This mission is about materials. You can't even wear a miner's cap out here. That's crazy. Says this is a Valorant. Also, Razor, he's hurt. What do you mean? Oh, cause I fell asleep earlier. Nah, he's the one left at the dinner table. I've been dying to do Rust. Although I did get that crazy pistol yesterday, so I'm anxious to play it. So that was the plan, was to go Valorant and then Rust, but I guess we could still squeeze some in if everybody's on, but most people are asleep by the time I'm done. Most people. You're waiting for you? Oh. Well, I hope he choked on the bread at the dinner table. Nah, I meant to. I just passed out. I had a fancy deli sandwich, and I was like, I fell asleep on the toilet. More like a lady friend came over and sucked him dry. But dude, Bob, and it's almost a week. Well, no, not yet. If it's Friday, dude, it's like an 80-20% chance that he'll be all ready to go, and then a lady will show up, and then he's gone until Saturday. And I was like, ah, Bobby boy. I did choke on the bread at the table, you piece. What's up, dude? I got that fancy gun, dude. The pistol, I couldn't help myself. I'm sure you already know. Oh. One of our boats decayed, but we still have 2 in the fleet. Dude, we can get some wood. You wanna hold your breath? For what? You know, we might just drop this off. Because we have so much left in our meter, right? It would make sense if we just dropped it off. get like more metal, I guess. So I need you to carry me. Me carry. You guys are funny. What's up, Chase? Yeah, we should probably just drop this off and then go do another one because we have like, what, 22 minutes left on that buff. So if you would allow me as we ride home with the swiftness to check my map. You're literally a Valorant goat. Nah, I just think you're making fun of me at this point. Okay, no oil ship at the moment. Come on, put the bag down. Let's go, let's go. Says, hello, Mr. Monkey. Hello, Stuart. Hello, Stuart. I'm such a noob in Valorant. And even if I wasn't a noob, I'd still be clutch miss guy. Know what I'm saying? Hello, fellers. I looked for the boat. It is currently not on the map, which is kind of good for us. This horse isn't so great, but you know what? It's getting it done. We'll probably just keep all this stone, and then the next batch of stone we'll take maybe with us to go swap for wood. If we can get a whole nother payload going, that would be ideal, I think. A few rounds last where you had 3 kills or more, it says, but I didn't think that you're that bad. Yeah, pretty bad shot. But the important thing is that I dress myself. Dude, that desert cooked my ass. Do I have the shoes on this guy? Okay, I do. Of course that boar wants a fat kiss. So yeah, the Xeno threat thing is going on in Star Citizen. It's like a special event where we get to attack this giant capital ship. A bunch of other people will be in the mix with us. I kind of want to do it either today or tomorrow, but I know I got kind of a tight schedule this week, so I was like, if I could squeeze it in this morning, I kind of want to. But I know Star Citizen is usually a 4 to 8 hour to maybe even 12-hour stint. So I'm kind of like, do we have that time in the morning? Maybe. If we could do a couple in like 3 hours, that would be awesome. Because I think that's all the time I would have for Star Citizen this morning, but in addition to the rest. Oh, did it fall out of the machine? That's crazy. Okay. That was confusing for a minute. I was like, why is there fertilizer out here? Okay. Alright. Seeing what's happening. Some horse poop. I got crusty horses. Yeah, and at some point we could swap that fertilizer for scrap at the outpost, which would be really nice. You know all about that life. I almost just want to take the SMG with bullets in it and bring no other bullets, because I'm a cheap piece of trash. I might. It's looking very appealing. I guess we don't need this either, do we? 17 minutes. Maybe we do another full run, right? And then maybe just wood. I think that'll work. Dude, just one basic tee does so much extra work. It's great. Rust is clutch. What's up, Red Rock? Hello. Oh, I can't afford the treasure hunt? Okay. Oh, you know what? Let me check the map when we're running over again. Make sure we're not missing the boat. Quite literally. Ooh, there's a little droppy poo over here. Man, they always know how to put stuff in front of your face while you're trying to like farm and stuff. Don't you think? She's like, I do like loot. How did they know? Ah, she's probably gonna drop. Did it not drop already? Must have already. Oh, okay, it's way out there. Okay. Oh, sorry, I gotta check my map. And it got knocked off a tree. How cool is that? Sorry, I'll bring it back up. I didn't know some privacy screen. Ooh. CC says hi. Hello, Sissa. Yellow? Oh, perfect. We're about to replace the tea that we just used up. That I will pick berries for it. Yellow and blue all day. Is that more yellow right there? Oh, it is. Those are green? Ugh. Green? Ugh. This one's yellow for sure. Perfect. Perfect. I mean, you saw the run we just did. We're almost like out on space. Dog pog. Is that a play in words? I'm gonna freeze my nuts off. I can't be out here. There has to be nodes around here. Has to be. What's up, Trevor? Trevor. What's up, brother man? So I'm trying to think if we do the turret towers to protect the tugboat, if they're a separate unit, what does that look like? Where's the TC? Oh, ho, ho. Hey, girl. What's up? Hold on. You're looking fly. Exactly what we needed. She just spawned? She must have. Oh, my. If I have enough cloth, I was going to say I'll make a bag, but I guess I can walk over here later. That's if I remember. Haha. Dude, tugboats are sweet. I do have my own server. Exclamation point server in the chat right now. Should take you where you want to go. That is my horse. Just a thoroughbred chilling in the middle of the snow biome. Actually on the edge of the snow biome. We'll throw away what we have, then we'll hit the desert again. Where's Mr. Bob? That's a good question. He either ate a lot of lasagna and passed out, or somebody ate his bees and then he passed out. With one of his women. Yeah, most likely. Or what usually happens though is when he's at home playing, one will sneak in and then tap him out. It's like, yeah, that happens. I try to get as much stone as possible. I don't think I know chainsaw. No, I do not. Yeah, if he's at his homestead and a lady sneaks in, it's oh, that's a tugboat. That's us. Supposed to be bros before hoes. I mean, yeah, but I mean, you know, you can understand it. You know, it happens. Oil site. We're going to Rich Boys this time. You ready? Oh, look at that. We are rich. You guys like carrying? I think we probably only need like 150 or something. That's pretty good, right? Just giving Bob a hard time, yeah. I mean, if we had like something mission critical, he usually makes him read a book or something. You know what I mean? If they sneak in. So look, baby, you gotta read a book. You know, they're like, watch Hunger Games or something like that. You'll be good. Wow, I'll see you in 3 hours. Okay, good. He's eating. Alright, we just need to make sure we have low grade and we're good to go. We're doing this like rich boys. Nah, but what's funny though is usually when it's like a clutch situation, he'll still be on. Gasoline. That's what I'm forgetting. If you would afford me just a moment to see where this oil ship is. Okay, I'm not crazy, right? Like, did you guys hear the oil ship? I don't see it on the map. If it was leaving... Yeah. I don't think we missed it. Well, it turns out it's not here. The compartment under there for the sub would be pretty sweet. That does sound pretty hot. Alright, that's my go bag, I guess. I think it was wishful thinking. I think my brain's like, you want it? I was like, and I was like, yes, I do. Ooh, we have enough for 2 Ortiz. That's okay. That'll give us time to actually get the wood that we need. Blue and then, or I'm sorry, yellow then blue. Tease. Ortiz. Bing. Oh, I hear a hum in my office that kind of sounds like the distant horn of a cargo ship with my headphones on. Because I'm hearing it right now, and I'm like, oh, that's what it was. Because I was like, I was pretty sure we didn't miss it. It doesn't come and go that fast. So that should be all the supplies that we need for building and such. So that's another big reason why we're hot to trot on the cargo ship. And then what I would like to do on the stream is pull our tugboat up on top of labs and run it. Or I should say close to labs. Probably just wear a hazmat suit and a jackhammer for our supply run. That way we can all kind of see and feel the pros and cons of the tugboat. I wanted to get a lot of these supplies for this. I'll take one SMG. And I guess we get a nice steady supply of materials when we do that too. Yeah, we really need a ton of wood because we need these furnaces running non-stop. I guess I could make a furnace base, but honestly, we want to make the other stuff. I don't really want to worry about a furnace base right now. It would be the faster, more efficient way to run, but... So last night before I have 1 week off. Oh, that's hot. Okay, let's go get it. I guess we need food for the horse, don't we? Yes. By the time the tea wears off, we should be at the new location. Rich people use wood doors. That's real. That's real. That just happened. You heard that, right? Oil rig's coming off our back corner. I see it. No need to check. They didn't pop the other T. You not be sloppy, bitch. Could take the crusty horse and run it to try to get a boat. Let's step up here and see if we can find a boat. Kinda hoping there's one up here on the bend. If not, we'll be chasing this bitch down. Damn, I don't see any boats. We might have to take the horse. Right, like I don't see any boats on the rim. We're gonna have to take the horse and chase it down. Shit. That's why you always keep one trash panda with you. It's okay, we want to get rid of that horse anyways. I can't think of a better way to use it than to send it off. Chasing down a cargo ship. Okay, that's a problem. Let's go, Skippy. Oh my god, get my face. No horseshoes on this guy. There's a boat right there, son of a bitch. I'm gonna have to find one closer because I don't have that much gas. Yeah, that's a bit much. It's too far away for that. Let me calculate the route. Calculating route. Man, these horses suck without shoes, huh? Yeah, she's got a pretty good head start. Good thing we're on the horse. Probably gonna intercept with her at the winter biome. So if we can find one on the shoreline, I think after the oil rig, we should be pretty good. Oh, those are wolves. Great. Alright, I can see her right there. She's turning. Is there anything down here? Probably not. Can we even get to the beach down here? Shit. Okay, she's just coming around the cargo, or the oil. Good. I don't need that freaking attack helicopter up my ass right now. Come on, there's gotta be a boat around here. Wait a second. I don't think boats spawn on the ice shores, do they? Pretty sure they don't. I feel like this goes a little bit faster than we walk. Come on, horse, I need you to run a top shape. Alright, let's check the map again. I'm gonna have to cut the corner on this. I think skipping past this and then heading up in the front is gonna be the way to do this. I think if we cut it off in the train yard, we should be okay. Never have I had to chase this like a train on tracks. Oh. Like the old westerns. The good news is we'll be on when the second crate's on, so if we focus on crates and take out the scientists, this should be a pretty fast run. Assuming that nobody else boards it. It seems like everyone else has been pussing out. Which is kind of good for us. This horse is bad. I'm glad she's gonna stay out here in the desert, or the snow biome. She's the worst. Somebody lives there. A twig. Oh my goodness, these cliffs are terrible. And the roll in this map is rough. I don't like that sitting there. The water is very shallow. I'd have to push it out. There we go, this one looks better. We should try taking cargo with the tugboat solo. Going for straight intercept. Nice, we have the cargo variant. Hopefully nobody's on board. I hear scientists, so that's positive. I almost blew it right there. Is this not the cargo variant? Oh no, this is the big open top Chinook. Small cargo tugs. Check the old map. Mid and back. Interesting. I'll sweep this real fast. I'm not going to worry about the crates yet because we kind of have to get the timer going, especially if we want to dismount early. As much as I want to pick those up. Elite crate, okay. There's one. There's two. What was that? That was crazy. It's close, dude. That crate's coming. Oh, I didn't reload my gun. That was stupid. Dude, what am I doing? Twerk. This should help you out, my man. Why, dude, playing Valorant has messed my aim up so bad. Jeez, get it done. Let me check, see where that crate's at. Front. Okay. I think it's under the deck. I think they're all three of them are downstairs. I have not heard of the BioLazer. I have an AK. I actually got it on the last run I did. I got a lot of them, actually. A surprising amount. I've used this Timmy on every run. We'll come through here and get the rest. Perfect. Yes. Nail gun? That's kind of rough. Here's our chainsaw. And? I love loot. It's the best. Cargo site. Yes. Not trying to get murked by a nail gun later. Discharge the weapon. We got on this beat kind of late. Alright, first one should be popping. This might be kind of close. Yeah, the crates are alright. I wouldn't say they were... I mean, I had a really good one last time. I think I got like 3 AKs on the last one. Got us right up to speed. I don't know if we'll make 5 minutes. We're gonna try something crazy. I bet what you mean. The drop could have been a little better for sure. At 3 minutes, we're gonna drop this and come up on the side. I should say in like 2.5 minutes. We're going to drop this boat and come up the side so that way if the alarm rings, we don't get stuck without having to take our loot. Oh, SEAL Team 6. Guys, did you know this? With the Prototype 17, if you hold Y, like continuously, it'll flick into single fire mode. Did not know that. That way if the alarm goes off, we can still bail. The boat does leave, yeah. But if I'm caught up front and the alarm goes off, I won't be able to get the rib, which means I lose most of my loot. I think it's due to leave. We got about another minute before we eject. I say about 2:30. It's almost been 2 minutes. Two minutes, 6 seconds. This is crazy. Three minutes, 30 seconds, I'm gonna ditch. You can hear the boat running still. Yeah, we're gonna get caught with the alarm, I can feel it. I'm like calculating the route in my head how to get out of here. The elevator's kind of a kick in the dick, huh? I bet it rings. Beep. Goes faster if you shoot it. I mean, the timer goes slower. Is it turning out? Oh. We didn't have to swim, although I thought it'd be close. You can stick this on? Oh my, that's ridiculous. I bet after it turns, after the oil, I bet it leaves. Good thing we marked where the boat was. We didn't have to do the dramatic exit. We could have rode it out. Let's see what we get. The elevator is a definite kick in the dick. It would definitely suck to lose. Yeah, that's kind of why I was like, you know. I don't have that metal barricade. That's nice, because that's kind of a bitch to get. Hi Beef, thanks for the super chat, man. The $5 holler says, a round of applause for the cargo tug site. Thanks, man. For the tuggy wuggies. Nope, I could have rode that out for hours after that. I don't know, usually when I board and the third one's coming on blind, it spooks me. Because if you don't go right for the stuff. Dude, the anxiety of having all that abyss under you is like, it's unnerving. What's the fear of open water? Yeah, I feel like I have that. Even in a game, it's making me uncomfortable swimming like this. And then slowly dipping under the waterline. I do not like it. It's like looking into two different worlds. Yeah, that right there. Hate it. Ugh. Cargo spit. They're so chill and lazy. They kind of have to be because they can't really breathe. Says, I just got off work and saw you're playing my favorite game. Nice. there anything else of high value in here that we need to take with us for the first run in case we get scooped? Yeah, 1000%. If you have giant things underwater, yes, like your foot touching a chain or even a still prop, dude, freaks me out. I do not like it. It's still going. Thank goodness I brought one of these, huh? Octopus? Yeah. Yeah, I don't like stuff underwater. Not knowing is what gets me, right? Dude, is that like a common thing? I saw Jaws. My dad showed me Jaws when I was little for whatever reason. I am still afraid of open water to this day because of it. Because your imagination goes wild, you know? You're a kid. It torments me to this day. We'll have to get some wood, and then we'll cook in the base, and then we'll go fish off the boat for a little bit, and then we'll kind of talk about how we're going to do our sub pen. He says, yes, you and me both. Dude, can't stand it. Like, open things in the water, touching anything that you can't see freaks me out. Although if it's like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to kill this thing. Great white sharks, yeah, sharks freak me out. I wear glasses, so like when I go surfing and stuff, when you see a fin, it could be a dolphin, it could be a shark. I'm blind, so it all looks dangerous to me, so I swim in immediately and let everyone else figure it out. I'll be like, fin, shark, and I'm like, bye. But you figure if you're the skinniest dude out of the guys you surf with, chances are you're probably not going to get scooped, huh? Because you're not as plump. You know what I mean? Is that fucked up? Yeah, that's what's crazy. Trevor, I'm with you on that because I don't like the sea. Right? I have a hard time with like lakes and stuff and rivers or whatever. But like, yeah, the ocean, it's so much worse, right? There's like stuff that can eat you. That's why I never thought I'd like surfing. But dude, once you catch a wave, you're like, all right, I'll do it. Probably gonna have to buy some supplies too when we're at the outpost. Yeah, dude, I hate it. I don't know if that's like a common fear, but like if I'm swimming in like a lake or something, I'm in the middle, I have to like concentrate to not freak the fuck out. Anybody else like that? I mean, I'll wig out. I don't know what'll happen if I completely lose my mind, but like, thankfully I've talked myself off that, like, do you know what I mean? You just like, I guess the worst thing is that your heart just starts racing in your chest, but that doesn't feel too good when you're trying to swim. Yeah, dude, I'm a grown-ass man, and that shit freaks me out still. And it's like, there's nothing to be afraid of. I mean, there is, but you know what I mean? Like, I can handle most situations, I'd like to think. She says, hey, someone stay alive to tell the news what happened. Dude, and my buddies know it too, so like they'll see a dolphin fin, they'll say shark, and they know I can't tell the difference, so dude, my ass is swimming right back in. I will paddle like a maniac. I was like, hey, laugh it up. You're the chunky fucking snack cracker, my friend. You are more delectable than I am. Oh yeah, I could put a box there. What am I doing? I'm screwing this up bad, huh? Alright, we'll finish organizing the base. Get the new box down, right? Then when it's morning, we'll go hit the outpost, pop a tea, and then buy some more low grade. Then we'll come back, do a little fishing on the boat. We'll talk about our strategy. Then we'll hopefully come out here and build like a sub pen or something. This is another pig. Come on now. You know what? I should just go get the mission. It's not freaking dead, bro. Dude, the ocean is terrifying. And then like we've done a lot of like wakeboarding and stuff, and like I didn't know there's a difference between. I guess if I thought about it, I would have figured out. But like lake boats are different than like seafaring boats. I remember we took a regular ski nautique out. It wasn't mine. But we took it out in the ocean, and holy shit. Not even a big wave will swamp it. You're like, oh, this is way more serious. And then after you surf a little bit, you realize just how strong the waves are, and you're like, yeah, small waves will wreck you, dude. If you don't know how to hold your breath, dude, you're gonna get slammed to the bottom. Hope that it's sand. And then it's like, you better be able to hold your breath, dude. Even a little tiny wave, they don't even look like a lot. But there's so much force behind it, you're like, holy shit. It's wild, dude. That's why when you see these crazy motherfuckers doing these giant waves that are like twice their height, you're like, dude, that will kill you. It's wild. But then you also think, you're like, that would be a nice ride, so I see why they're doing it. Yeah, once you ride it, dude, you like get the bug. You can't stop. Even if you like ride it poorly, you still get the bug. You're like, ooh. I know why there's people that like do this all the time now. It makes sense. Dude, am I fresh out of freaking wood or what? Yikes. I have to chop down some emergency trees, boys. I never realized we're so low. I'm like, I knew we were low. Nah, I've never paraglided. It's probably for the best. I have ridden on a... Was it a B-17? It was, there's only so many left in the that could fly, and I think 2 of them have crashed. At least one of them has crashed since I've flown one. And that was crazy because they let you hang out the top. Well, you probably shouldn't have. And then they open the bomb doors, and you can like look. It's wild, dude. It's probably stuff we shouldn't have been doing. But that was pretty crazy. And you're like, dude, people used to ride in these. That's nuts. Did I mess up that bottom box? Oh, that's frustrating. Yes, B-17. B-17 bomber. I got like pictures and videos from it. It's wild, dude. You got, dude, cause like, you know, I got the death grip, and so I'm leaning over to like get pictures out the bomb bay doors. And you're like, dude, this is crazy. And if you like screw up, you're just, see you later. It's nuts. Yeah, I feel fortunate that I got to ride one, because I don't know how many more are actually operational today. I'm sure there's like 1 or 2, but I think it was down to 4 when I did it. Don't quote me on that. I'm actually not sure what the number was, but it was less than 10. Yeah, and then I think 6 months after that or something, one crashed. And so there's only so many that are still in like operating order to like actually fly. So I feel pretty lucky that I got to get on there. Now, then you think that like the bomb guy, I'm sorry, the gunner position under the belly had to sit on his flak jacket. So like, cause it's all aluminum, right? So you're like, that guy's crazy, right? Like that's freaking nuts. It's gotta be stupid cold up there. And then you're sitting on your flak jacket in hopes that you don't catch any flak in your back. Wow, that rhymed. Dude, that's nuts. I need to go chop down some trees because we're like on emergency vapor zone trees right now. Yeah, it was crazy. And then one of the, I don't think it was from that war, but it was from another war. A veteran was on the plane with us. It was like an air show thing, so you had to like pay to get on board and stuff. It was actually stupid expensive, but you're like, all right, it helps to keep the plane going and the gasoline and all that stuff, because you know, it's not like they make parts for that plane anymore. So like, yeah, it was stupid expensive, but dude, it was worth it, because I was like, when am I gonna get the chance to do this, and when are these things gonna be around? You know, there's only so many that can actually fly. There's a couple of museums that don't fly for sure, but I can't remember the name of the plane. I got tons of photos on it though, but it was crazy. And then you start to see just how fast they're going, because you pop your head out the top. There's like no canopy there, and you're like, holy slipstream. That was probably not my smartest thing to do. I was holding on death grip in case. Yeah, I was always like, what if we get turbulence? What if it goes upside down or sideways? I need to be able to hold on to regardless. So I just death gripped and I poked my head out and I took a photo like that. It's pretty great. Not my smartest move, but it was tight. No regrets. Then in the, I got in the, all the different positions, but there's one under the pilot. That's like a gunner position. It was like the main. That was wild. You're like laying your stomach, your tummy. I mean, you can crawl. You can stay like crawled up in there, but balled up, crawled up. Yeah, that's wild. Like you're looking at out the front of the plane. That's insane. Yeah, so if you ever get a chance, if you ever have like a air show or something, and that one of the B-17s is out there, it's probably gonna be like $600 plus, but it'll be worth it too, because it's like when else, and then obviously take some kind of recording device with you. And if you decide to go anywhere close to the doors, just go, okay, I'm confident I can hold my weight up, right? Death grip it, those little handles, okay? I'm just saying, just in case something weird happens, a little turbulence or something. You should be alright if you're a semi-strong individual. Worth it, dude. I'm sure it's way more expensive now. But yeah, it was tight. I gotta tell you, it was a little unnerving to hear like a couple months later, like, oh, that other one crashed. I'm like, what? What? can always psych myself out with this bottom row. But it was loud. Yeah, but you get used to it. I mean, yeah, it's all aluminum, so it's definitely loud, but I mean, I think if you've been to a concert, it's probably a lot louder. You're just so excited to go up. If you're any kind of like aviation enthusiast, it's nice, and it's definitely part of history too. And you just think about that era of like, I don't know, like being in the plane and being in it when it's flying. You get a huge appreciation for just how insane that era was, and like the type of technology that we had, because that was like cutting edge stuff. And you're like, we threw a bunch of these out there, you know what I mean? And there were other planes like defending this plane. You're like, dude, this is a tin can. Dude, there is nothing about. I mean, bullets would go right through the plane, 100%. Believe me when I tell you, it's an aluminum can, like your sody pops. Yeah, that's crazy. And the fact that they just drop the bombs by like, they're like, well, it's about here, let's drop it. That's also insane too. B-52 bomber. I took pics with the fam. He says, but it was on the ground, not the air. Hey, you know, that's also tight. Are you kidding? You know, it's funny, if you go to some of the aviation museums, like on the bases and stuff, if you look at the, I can't remember which one it was, but it was at the Raptor. If you notice, the planes that they have on display are off on purpose. So, like, if anybody's coming over to, like, spy, you're like, oh, they got the wrong shit. Like, you get close enough, and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, is this a mock plane? It was the 22 Raptor, and it was one of our bombers. I can't remember which one it was. I mean, it was all indoors. It was, like, museum. It was, like, on the base. That was pretty cool. You got to see, like, an A-10 Warhawk, and you're like, dude, what? It's so crazy. We still have those in service. There's only 5 left flying. No shit. I can't remember how many it was. It was less than 10 when I went on. And then one crashed. Which is, yeah, you're just like, whoa, dude. Well, RIP those guys, but also, because some of those guys were like old timers too. But, you know, that's like a piece of history too. Yeah, height doesn't bother me too much. Like, I could probably do, I mean, it would be scary, but I think that would be the thrill of it. I could jump out, like, with a parachute. Yeah, it's the open ocean that freaks me the fuck out. Oh, they had a warship too? That's tight. Yeah, the only kind of ship I've been on is like the old-timey stuff. I think there was one, there's like a submarine parked at, I can't remember. This is like a while ago. It was parked in like San Francisco. Or maybe it was, I don't know. We were in San Francisco at the time. I can't remember what it was, but it was like World War II? 1? 2? Maybe 2? I can't remember what era, but old. Got to walk through there. Holy cramped. It was definitely not a modern submarine. But that was cool, just to see all that stuff. Oh, nice. Well, I said, talking about bomber rides, he says they had a 1929-ish Ford tri-motor in my area for rides past weekend. So low and slow. Whatever my place for their loop. That's crazy. Yeah, the really old-timey stuff. I think some people like rebuild them. They're called experimental aircraft. But like the open top shit is nuts, right? I think they've got like there's clubs around the United States that have like experimental aircraft, where like people build or buy, aircraft like that. And if you can get in there and maybe chum up, because there's always some dude who's got an open top plane, you might be able to snake yourself a ride. Just saying. You work the angles. Yeah, we need wood. Bad. Alright, let's go get some stone and wood. I think one of the B-17s, if I'm not mistaken, that flies, or maybe it's the one that crashed, I don't know. I think it's out of Michigan? Close to Detroit? I could be wrong on that. It's close to where the old factories used to be, like in that region. I can't remember the name of the city. It's not Detroit, but it's kind of around that area. Something Lake, maybe? Is where one of them used to fly out of. There's a couple up in the, would that be Midwest? Is that Midwest? Somewhere around there. One of them was out of Michigan for sure. Maybe that's the one I read about. I don't know. I can't remember. Two wings on it and an open top. And one below you. Oh, that's tight. Yeah, those are crazy. Like, what a way to fly. I just turned all the way around like a dummy. Knocked myself off the horse. Great. Yeah, because I think a lot of those old planes have to be listed under experimental, depending. There's like some weird rule with the FAA. Where like if it's under experimental, you don't have to have as many regulations. They're still regulated, but I don't know, it's been a while since I've been to one of those clubs. That's how I found out about the bomber. I was like, dude, I gotta get. So I'm taking my camera up there and I'm taking pictures of whatever I can. 12,731 B-17s made. There's only 5 still standing. Isn't that wild, dude? Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, one of the factories I think was like in that area where that one plane flew out of back in the, I think it was World War II. No, 1? I can't remember what era that was. 2. It was 2. World War II. B-17? Is that right? Yeah. I don't know. For some reason, when I'm thinking about the history of aircraft, I'm always off. I'm like, no. The World War I was like biplanes and shit. Like barely aircraft. Zeppelins. Yeah, apparently they said the fuel is the biggest cost for that plane. It's like, that's crazy, dog. Does that want to ride in a Warthog plane? Those are a beast. Yeah, dude. Razor's got some stories about the A-10. See how much more efficient he is with his stand with these shoes on? So much better. What server pop? I'm playing Rust Console Edition. This is my grandma used to work at Boeing Aircraft in Oklahoma. She's like, I kind of remember her talking about making huge bombers, sis, but I'm not sure which one though. Isn't that crazy? Like, our grandparents had so much, like, when you hit them up sometimes, they're like, holy shit, you did some crazy stuff. That's why you gotta talk to them now while they're still around. I know it's hard. You're like growing up and they're like your grandparents, but like when you get older, if they're still around, you know, ask them about their life. You'd be surprised at how many parallels there are between theirs and yours, even though it's like a completely different world. And you'd be glad you did. When an enemy hears a Warthog, it's always that. Dude, I can't imagine. Like an AC-130 flying over a village, they gotta know. Because you've already heard stories about this thing and you hear it, and then just hellfire raining down from the sky. I mean, whoever thought, like, let's put a howitzer on a boat, on a ship, a gunboat, in the sky and aim it down. It's freaking nuts. And that's like old time kind of stuff, right? Compared to some of the other things we have now. Tomahawk missiles, that's freaking insane. Drones. Now we have prototypes flying aircraft that's AI, that's insane. Also scary. My grandparents were old enough to live through the end stages of the Great Depression. Yeah, isn't that nuts? Like, just asking them questions, especially if their mental faculties are still there. You know, as you get older, you're like, okay, you can like appreciate and ask questions. And then like some of the stories they tell you, just like, whoa, dude. Alright, so we don't like London. He already asked for the server, and now he's just saying random stuff. I just joined at the worst time of hearing about the Great Depression. Well, it's weird because like if they live through it, they'll like kind of save things, because that's how they used to live. It gets passed on to their kids. They're always trying to save stuff, and we're like, hey, you can just buy stuff on Amazon. No big deal, right? Then we'll go on our tugboat and fish. That's if it's still around. It should be. That boost for ore really helps. Yeah, even the basic tea, we don't even grow anything. We literally just pick them off the forest floor. You're always looking for yellow, blue, and red. And then you're set. I mean, the ore tea's what? Yellow and blue, so... If you're not trying to grow anything, just throw out the seeds. It's worth it, man. Every time. Like, especially if you have a horse, right? With the saddlebag on there. Like the desert farming, you just you farm everything in the open. You can do it on mega high pop servers. As long as you stay in the open, you're usually good. You can almost, if you see somebody coming, you can always jump on your horse and take off. I might have gotten a bit too much stone. Literally, you can be set for most of the wipe if you have a manageable base size. Doing this kind of stuff. And then you're like good for like the rest of the wipe. You're like, oh, I'm like set. Yeah, my grandfather was into cars, big time. He did stuff for the war as well. Manufacturing side. Tanks, armor, that kind of thing. Was it, you talking about the 7 days to die? When's that supposed to come out to you? I just went to the recycler like an idiot. Yes. Trevor says, alright, Jade, everybody says, I gotta go back to work and do another rescue. So, I'll see you all next time. Alright, man. Thanks for coming through, dude. Hanging out with us, chatting, sharing stories. Hopefully everything goes well on the run. Good stuff, man. I was taking a swig. I almost let that one go. It's taking a second to get all this wood. Yes. We're getting there, slowly. Alright, that's a lot to juggle. We better go now. Probably should drop it off and then go do another run. Then we're probably good. You know what I mean? For just about everything. Yeah, I'm a piece of shit. You see me farming while I'm juggling? What a douchebag. Got so excited I canceled the wrong thing. If I get shot, I'm going to explode with wood. The crafting timer for this used to be a minute, but they shortened it to 30 seconds because this was abused quite a bit. You can still do it, but it's a lot more micromanagement, especially on a controller, I think. A lot easier to do, I think, with a mouse and keyboard, but yeah, the minute timer was the best. I'm pretty close to my max. Pretty close. I'm trying to clear these out. Best time to farm is on a work night early in the morning. Not saying you won't get clapped, but it's a lot easier to farm. This is just one basic ore tee. Nothing crazy. 2 of each color. We're set. Yeah, we're getting pretty close to maximum capacity before we start dropping wood on the floor. Ooh, but look at all this stone. I'm on the Series X. Would be able to hold anything with high quality. Yeah, I think it's more for like if you don't have a jackhammer and you have limited nodes, it's probably really good for that. Or you'd have to max out your saddlebag. You'd have to have a higher end horse with a high end shoe, probably a thoroughbred, because then the weight differential is pretty rough. Yeah, we're at our max now. Do you have another 5 bang after this? Okay, no, but the next one after that is... Alright, we gotta get back. This next one's gonna spill. If you're big dicking it, you can start crafting walls. Drop a level 2 and craft walls this way. That's if you're doing a high-end tee, but then you gotta be picking up a level 2 every time you go out, which is kind of annoying. Fish out, fish out. One crafted, or did I cancel it? I think I canceled it last second. Oh, thank goodness for that. That was close. We almost had a rogue TC. I'm gonna bust. See what I mean? We're so good on wood now. We won't have to mess with it for days. This is what you could do when you get a new account on Rust and then get banned for being too good. Yeah, that's not how bans work. It doesn't go, oh man, Steven seems like a really good guy. He's just too good at the game. We need to stop him from being too good. You do know that's exactly what cheaters say, right? Because they are cheating. That's a terrible hot take. I love how that's what they cling to. They're like, I'm just too good, that's why I got banned. It's like, bro, you do know mouse and keyboard, just that can get you banned. Also, using scripts, any combination of those things will get you banned. And that's why you got banned. Not because you're too good. On the contrary, it's the opposite of that. If you think you're good with mouse and keyboard, play on PC. I guarantee you, legit players will step all over you, all day long. Like the legit players. Even if you're cheating, I bet the legit players just shit down your throat in game. They are vastly superior to whatever it is you think is good. Because I know you're feeling like a kick of confidence because you've been cheating and like using mouse and keyboard when everybody else uses a controller. So like you're feeling pretty good, like that you are good, but I assure you, you are not. And if you need a reminder, like I said, go rent Shadow Gaming or something for like a month. You know, get Rust on PC, play it remotely, and just see how bad you get shit on. Real talk. Real talk. You will get shit on so hard, you will immediately try to download cheats, and you will still get shit on. Because I know, I can smell it on you, dude. I can smell the shit on you. You're the type of person that would try playing legit, get shit on legitimately, and then you go right to cheats. Right? And then you would brag about how good you were in cheats, but then you would still get shit on. And then you would quit playing the game because then you're like, oh, I can't even win when I'm cheating. I'll see you in 6 months. Know what I'm saying? Be like, man, he called it play by play. Yeah, when you've been playing this game for over a decade, you know things. Tell that to your cousin. Oh, you weren't talking in first person a second ago? You're gonna switch and say it was a joke, or say it was your brother or your cousin? Okay. That's the route we're taking right now? Okay. I said, man, I can smell the bullshit on you. You don't play PC, Hunter. You don't play PC. Come on, stop lying. We got another compulsive liar in the chat, guys. Come on, man. No one believes you. Yeah, you know, watching PC Rust is not the same as playing it, right? Right. You know, you actually have to play it to be any good at it. And that includes playing without cheats on, which we all know you don't play PC Rust. Or you wouldn't be in here bragging about how good you are on console Rust when you use a mouse and keyboard. It's like I said, if you played for a second on PC Rust with a mouse and keyboard, you would get shit on so hard. And my only wish is that we could see it. You know? But we all know, even if you did stream it, you would hide it. You would erase it. You would blame something else. We all know. Asking for a friend, huh? Yeah, I was asking for my friend. You know, it's funny is when I catch hackers on my custom server, they always say they're too good and that's why they got banned. I was like, how do you think that's defensible? Like, it's not a gut check call or an emotional call. It's like, bro, I caught you cheating. You know? I'm looking at the data. I'm also watching you do it. And it's like, there's really no guesswork here. You say you're too good? That always, dude, talking shit with cheats on is the wildest fucking shit ever, don't you think? Like, they're talking shit, and you're like, bro, you're the opposite of good. Trash. Hot trash. That always, dude, even on PC, even when they're blatantly cheating, they'll still say they're really good. I was like, what are you doing? Like, is this for you? Are you trying to convince yourself that you're good? Who's that for? Has to be for them, right? Nothing else makes sense. Hunter, you're embarrassing yourself. My cousin's server, Rusty, in red and blue. I don't even know what that means. Hunter, let me just tell you something, bud. All right? It's not about being the best, okay? You should be yourself. If you're cheating, which I'm like 99% sure that you are. It's best that you stop because you're ruining the game for other people, whether you're on PC or console, but we know you're on console. All right? It's not going to get you anywhere, I promise. Winning a game, you know, 30-0 or 30-1 or whatever it is not going to get you whatever it is you think it is. All right? I'm going to put you in timeout for 24 hours because I feel like we're going to go in circles. All right? Hopefully you clean up your act when you come back, but we all know you won't. Did I just go dead mode on that kid or what? Also, I sense a lot of teen angst in you, which probably means you're not old enough to play. It is a mature-rated game, by the way. So, shame on your parents. Or should I say parent. Because any dad who's got to play games and he's got to know. Alright? Like, dude. When I have the kids, there's no way they're playing Rust until they're old enough. No way. This isn't like Fortnite, dude. Come on. Yeah, I could smell it on this kid, dude. He's full of teen angst. He's like, if I'm the best, I will become ninja. Just you wait. I already play Call of Duty every day after school. I played Rust. I have 6,500 hours, right? That means I'm the best. All I have to do is turn on my stream and everybody will come swarming in because that's how the internet works, right? Yep. All I gotta do is just cheat all the time and get crazy insane scores that nobody would ever get. Maintain the lie until somebody outs me and then what do I do then, right? Let's put it this way. Shroud's a great player, naturally, right? And if he's like at the top of his game, he can pick up pretty much any game and be really, really good at it. If even he has to have a personality and do something else other than be the best, then you stand zero chance. Do you see what I'm saying? Hunter? Right? It doesn't matter how many kills you get. It matters how you play the game and who you are. Okay? So if Shroud has to turn to the personality game, then I mean you pretty much will have to, because I guarantee you're not better than Shroud. right? There you go. Eat shit. Like, Shroud, as good as he is, he can't just sit there and just straight play. He has to still talk to people and be himself. So what's that tell you? You know what I mean? That guy can casually just carry everybody on his team. Because that's just the skill set he has. And even he is not as obnoxious as you are. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I'm talking about? And anything you think about the FaZe clan, whatever that is, it smells like money laundering. I said it. I called it. That's my opinion, guys, because it's going to be on YouTube, right? I told Razor that a long time ago. I was like, bro, that is the biggest joke. And lo and behold, what was it? Tanked. Didn't they do like crypto scams too, a little bit? Allegedly. I want to get sued. That's why when, what was that one Rust creator? He got really upset. Or was it Stevie? It was Stevie. He was mad he didn't make it to the FaZe thing when they had open tryouts. I was like, bro, that's the best thing you could possibly do, is not be a part of that organization, because they will just take everything you have. The contracts are terrible and predatory. And it's like, it's more of like a scam than anything else. And sure enough, where is it at now? Isn't the stock tanking? Basically, esports in America, and I think Moist Critical would back me up on this, are kind of a joke. Unless you have a lot of money to burn, the only place esports makes any sense right now is in Korea. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to see esports happen here in the States, but like, it's too it's too corporate. When the suits try to run it, they don't understand that they should be making content as well. It's weird. I don't know. And it's like, if you can make more money making content than winning tournaments and going sweat try hard, then like, do you know what I mean? You should be probably focusing on content. Just saying. When your overhead is millions of dollars, you're kind of putting yourself behind the 8 ball before you even started. Dude, shots fired. Even doesn't Mike still have his esports team or whatever? And even he'll say that he just bleeds cash, but he likes it. Which I was like, 100%. I agree with you. And if anything, if FaZe was any good, or if you could put, like, when they were good, you would have to look when they weren't controlled by a corporate entity. Right? But that was so long ago, that's, like, not who they are now. And I think they're still struggling, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Last I heard. Like, who's that one guy that was stuck in a shitty contract? It was Tfue. And I was like, bro, you signed it, though. I don't know how well you can get out of that. I don't know if they actually let him go or not. But, like, it turns out he was doing just fine on his own and would have made more money on his own. Yeah, he got a bump or whatever, a little bit from the FaZe thing, but, like, dude, he would have anyways. It's kind of like networks on YouTube. Like, what do they do for you? There's really no need for them. So they're just taking some off the top for what reason? More than some off the top. It's either half or more. Wasn't that right? Allegedly. So I gotta put in there, allegedly. Trying to get sued. Dude. Uncle Jade nuts is going off, huh? You think it's really H-June? Yeah, but you gotta, like, it's so rare to be faceless and not say anything and still be a good creator. Like, Alone in Tokyo, I think, is not a fluke, but a very rare individual. I don't expect to go into the game of content creation and be like, I'm never gonna say a word and be so good. Like, that model is not, let's be honest, it's not gonna work for you. It works for him, but it's not gonna work for you. Like, just plan on that not working. If it does work for you, that's just a bonus, but like, have a better plan than just going, I'm gonna be the best and never say a word, because those are so few and far between. It's hard enough to make it even if you've got personality and you drop a lot of videos and stuff, so it's kind of like, obviously it works for him, but I mean, how many other people do you know that are like that? I know of exactly 0. But you gotta understand that he's not just streaming, he plays the algorithm game really well. You know? And it's like, if you're a consumer of the content, it's easy to miss. But like, he puts a lot of effort into like how he does his videos, how he structures them, how he packages them and puts them out there. He's good at that, and that's what's carrying him for sure. I mean, obviously his gameplay, and he's got, you know what I mean, he's good and stuff, his angle. But like, it wouldn't matter if he didn't know how to play the game. When I say play the game, I'm saying play the YouTube game. Let's be honest, if you want to do Twitch, you have to have a good YouTube strategy to capture people, to push them to your Twitch. Let's be real. It's not enough to just turn on Twitch and go, I hope they come, because they probably won't. And that's just facts. I'm not trying to be negative Nancy, I'm just saying that's the reality of the situation. But a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to be a YouTuber. It's like, okay, like, do you want people to come to your Twitch or not? Isn't that crazy? The search and discoverability is so dog shit on Twitch still, that you have to use another platform to capture any people. And if anybody's done anything in business, you know what a conversion chart is for like switching, or even just getting somebody to convert to get their information is tough. But then when you have to have them jump platforms and convert, you're bleeding potentials, right? So the fact that you may capture a lot of people on YouTube, and then you only capture a small percentage that go over to Twitch, just imagine if you stayed on the same platform. Just saying, just some basic math, quick Googling, a little ChatGPT will get you there in no time. Like, just look that shit up and go, oh, maybe I should swallow my pride and actually just do what is actually going to be effective, which is do some shit on YouTube, pull the audience, and push them to your platform. And it makes more sense to stay on the same platform. Ooh, man, I should fucking, there should be a course. What am I saying? You gotta be ready to change and adapt. A lot of times the stuff that you think is the way it is, you have to be ready to change your perception on it pretty quickly, because I guarantee you, whatever you think it is when you go in, it's wildly different. You're always learning, it's always changing. So for people to be like, oh, I'm not a YouTuber, I'm a Twitch streamer, I was like, unless you're big, I don't know how you're gonna get people over there. Unless you get a crazy Hail Mary shout out or you collab with somebody that's huge. Like, that's just, it's probably not gonna happen. So you gotta, if you're gonna do the grindy way, you gotta do it smart. You know what I mean? Anyways, people probably don't give a shit about what I'm saying, but you know what I mean? Ads are bad on YouTube though, but ads pay for the free content that people consume. It helps pay the creator. And if you look now, most of the ads are actually way better than what Twitch is doing, because Twitch has been bleeding cash for years and years and years, and like, oh, we can't keep the doors open because we're fucking up. I was like, yeah, you can't just be, it costs a lot to run any kind of streaming service whatsoever. And I think one of the reasons why Twitch is still around is because of Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos. I think if it was run under something else, they would have ran out of money a long time ago. Don't get me wrong, Twitch still dominates in the niche, but probably not for too much longer. Those are facts. It'll be interesting to see where Kick goes, but Kick is funded by, you know, gambling, so and those pockets are pretty deep, so it's hard to say what their plan is. But best thing you can do is diversify. Have a strategy to capture people. Discoverability is non-existent on Kick and Twitch. So where are you going to do it? TikTok or YouTube? Take those keywords I just put in there, type them into Google or ChatGPT. You're welcome. Hunter's like, I'm still going to be the best. All I have to do is use a mouse and keyboard. I mean, if you don't like ads, you can always do premium, right? And that still helps support the creator, and you don't get the ads. Like I said, running these giant services has to come from somewhere, so the ads help pay for all of that stuff. They help support your creators. They help keep the platform alive. TikTok's starting to learn that. I haven't really been following Kick too much. I mean, I would be okay with going to Kick or having, or at least multi-streaming there, because our audience is predominantly adults. But if I had like a lot of kids, I would have a problem with putting Kick out there. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it does lead to gambling. And even still, even though I have adults, like, I still would put a thing up to be like, hey, you know, here's a, if you have a problem with gambling, blah, blah, blah. Here's a hotline. Because some people can't do it, man. You know, I'm sure each of us know a friend or a relative that has a problem with it. So it's like, that shit's real, but we are adults. But yeah, if it was more kids, I think I'd have a bigger problem with it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Every creator is trying to do what they love, but also, you know, capture the bag if they can to make it a career. So, you know, if EA hit me up with a big contract or like Kicked it, I would suck that corporate dick so hard. So just know, if I change my tune real fast, you know what's in my mouth. I'm like, oh, oh. Yeah, Twitch is starting to realize now that they can't run their service without having to like run ads. That's why they've kind of doubled down on the ads, because like they're still bleeding cash even with Jeff Bezos backing them up. And they've got the in with what is the Amazon cloud service called? Whatever, hey, you know what I'm talking about. Like, they've got the inside track. So like, and they're still bleeding cash. So what's that tell you, man? Their model sucks. And with Kick and YouTube sniping their big creators, you can only take so much of that. Facts, dude. I think Devin talks about this a lot too. He does stuff on Twitch or whatever. He talks about the business side, which is actually pretty solid. Even if you're not into the creator stuff, it's still interesting business-wise, because I think a lot of those strategies and tenets apply to most things. I don't know if he still does stuff, but I mean, I'm sure you can look up his old stuff. And again, where does he capture you first? YouTube, and then he goes to where? He goes to Twitch. Alright, we should probably recycle this and go to the tower. Is there anything else we would like to recycle while we're out? Sorry, I know people probably don't care about that, so I'll stop going on and on about it. Twitch used to be a place where you could come up from the bottom, but like they have no discoverability whatsoever. So let's put it this way. Okay, so when I say discoverability, I mean like if you go on YouTube, you can find stuff, or if you go to the homepage, it's going to deliver stuff based off of an algorithm, right? And the longer you use it, the better it gets at predicting that. And it'll show you some stuff that's like you never would have found on your own. TikTok's really good at that. I think they probably are the best at that, but they're also it kind of is very conducive to their platform because it's very, you know, doom scrolly. Like if you don't have any of that on Twitch, like you can do a basic search, like from 1990 kind of search, but like its discoverability is dog shit. Everything's handpicked and thrown on the homepage. So how are you supposed to find the new guy? How are you supposed to find something new and exciting? There's nothing really searchable. There's no algorithm really driving it that's any level of sophistication that a Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube uses, right? It's non-existent. And Kick pretty much copied Twitch's website, so it's kind of the same thing over there. So if you find out about anybody on Kick or Twitch, it's usually through TikTok or YouTube. Am I right? Like, you very rarely are on their homepage going, this is a new person. Without any event or any other major creator driving it, like, how do you discover new people? You don't. It's non-existent. That hasn't been their strategy, and it's killing them slowly. TikTok's the best at the algorithm right now for kind of browsing. But like, and that's how most of us consume, right? You kind of let the algorithm, you feed it what you like just by watching things, and then it'll serve you other things up that it'll find across the internet. And you're like, cool, man. Or across their platform, rather. That's what I mean by discoverability. It's not there on Kick or Twitch. And it hasn't been there. Which is crazy that they're still around based off of like their success from the past. They're still doing okay. They're still bleeding money, but like they're still like pretty dominant in the space. But they're losing share slowly. They're slowly being suffocated. But I mean, that just goes to show you, like, they're not innovating whatsoever. And if anything, they're catching up with some of the advertising practices that most platforms figured out from like day one. From day one. Be like, oh, we need ads to run our service. Yeah, no shit. Oh, we can't keep VODs on the thing for too long because it costs a lot. Yeah, no shit. That's why people are all mad. Like, they're putting ads in our thing. I was like, yeah, dude, it's either that or Twitch doesn't exist in the next 3 years. What do you want it to be? So I love how Snapchat's relevant for streaming, but it's a good platform for followers. I get a lot of viewers on my roast clips on Snapchat Spotlight. Nice. But you'll notice to kind of keep creators on their platform, they're doing like a pay thing, which is cool for, I mean, if you're in the pay group, but like most people aren't going to have access to that, which is pretty rough if you're trying to like make it a living. And TikTok, dude, who's that guy? Is it Goose Wayne? If anybody's seen that guy, the bald dude. He talks about how much he made with 10 million views on his TikTok. I think it was like under $10. Now it's like, yeah, TikTok doesn't pay for shit either. And they're also bleeding money. Let's be real. The only reason why they're around is because they're backed by the CCP. Now, they have a lot of crazy followers and, you know what I mean, a lot of force behind it, you know, and it's worth a ton, but are they making money? No, they're bleeding money. But like I said, when you've got the CCP backing it, if they want to keep backing it, they can do that indefinitely. Yeah, but it's the minute TikTok becomes whatever it is they don't want anymore, or they don't have a use for it, they'll either sell it or they'll just let it evaporate. For whatever reason, it's useful to them for now. And that's the only reason why it's sticking around. I'm sure some American company would buy it. But like, dude, the CPMs on there suck ass. You pretty much have to have sponsorship deals or be on the inside track, otherwise you're fucked. That's the real talk. As much as popular as that is, you literally have to have some kind of deal to like to survive on TikTok, even if you have crazy views. Isn't that nuts? I think to even make something under minimum wage, you'd have to make something in the 10 millions for every post. And I think post every day, and then you're still making like, you still make more money, a lot more money working at McDonald's. Entry level. Just saying, a little ground you to earth there for a minute. If somebody wants to make it a career, it's like, all right, you can, but like, be ready for a lot of work. Be ready for like, you gotta have a strategy. Because if you don't, you know what I mean? It ain't gonna happen. Yeah, I went full dad mode. So isn't it like 100 million views for like $100? Yeah, dude, it's fucking shit. So then you gotta like negotiate like sponsorship deals. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Which is a good skill to have for sure. But like most people don't want to have to deal with any of that stuff. You gotta remember, TikTok views or shorthand content views are different than long-form content views. And if you pay attention, TikTok is doing what? They're expanding to more long-form content because it makes more sense. But they're gonna incur so much more costs than they already are. But like I said, as long as the CCP is backing that, it'll go indefinitely until they don't want it to. So it's not like a normal business, is what I'm saying. Normal capitalism type market things don't really apply to that. Anything that Tencent owns, which is a lot of gaming shit, you would be surprised. That's the CCP. So, yeah, you take that, you know, use that wherever. Just follow the money. And then decisions start to make a lot more sense. You're like, oh, there's influence here. That's weird. Ever wonder why the Chinese New Year is celebrated so much in video games? Probably because they're backed by Tencent. Oof. Shots fired. Including this game, guys. Did I blow your mind? Yeah, look, as gamers, we just want the best games, and we want the good studios and the good developers to survive, to thrive, and like keep making good stuff. You know, when it all comes down to it. I'm still working to be a full-time streamer. It's getting there slowly, but yeah, a full-time content creator / streamer. I mean, it's kind of all the same thing to me, but you know, because it's like we do both. I know some people get really in their feels about, well, I'm a content creator, I'm just a streamer. It's like, I mean, you can be both. It's not bad. Yeah, I tell most people when they're trying to stream, I was like, look, it's awesome you have a passion for it and you want to do it, but like have a strategy before you start. It's not enough to just be really good at the game and just turn it on and hope that people show up. Like that's like trying to play the lotto. That's worse than trying to play the lotto. Have a strategy. Assume that you're gonna have to grind because you probably will. And it's almost better. See, actually, Bio and I were talking about this. It's actually better if you have to grind because you'll appreciate the pop when you get it because you've earned it and then you know what to do with it. What was that one chick that did the van life stuff? She got like 2 million views right away. She doesn't post anymore because every tidal wave after it passes has like a new plateau. Still extremely high. Was it 2 million per video? No. But like what she didn't realize because she didn't have the success and failure before is when it came through, she thought she was failing, so she's like, "Oh, I can't, I post these videos, I'm not getting like, 500,000." I was like, "Yeah, cuz you just started. Like you had some videos that popped off, but like you're still doing extremely well." Like, you know what I mean? It's because you think the constant bar is at 2 million and you're like, "It's not though." Unless you're like Mr. Beast, you can't be doing that. Not off the rip. You know what I mean? It's like, you gotta kind of know what the struggle is first and where, like, if it's handed to you, it's harder to appreciate it. Because you're gonna have to push through, like, some lows and some plateaus for sure. But it's like, if you kind of know what a baseline is or what real struggle is, you're like, oh, I'm still in a great place. And she was. But she stopped posting, probably because she discouraged herself from it. And you see it all the time. That's why it's better, because like when the success comes, you actually know what to do with it. There you go. Some life advice. I think that's the same way in your career too, probably. I think all of that applies, even if you're not doing content creation. And I'd say even if you want to be a content creator, get a real job first. Do that for a while. It's going to give you more appreciation for what you're earning. Yeah, I know what you mean. No, I'm still working towards it, Wally. I got you, B. But it's crazy because, like, we would be playing games anyways and, like, talking about what we did. So this kind of goes hand in hand because, like, we pretty much don't watch TV. We just play games, with our boys and stuff. So it kind of made sense because we'd always talk about some of the crazy shit we would do. And I was like, oh, man, I wish we had a video of that. So now I can't imagine not hitting record or going live when I play, which is kind of, you know what I mean? It's become so much a part of like what we do when we relax. Which that's nice, for sure. That's definitely nice. No doubt. Should probably fix my Timothy, huh? I picked up my repair bench. Who would have thought we would have gone down this path just because we were shitting on Hunter? Dude, is there gonna be another hot one here in the States or what? That's what I keep hearing everywhere. Actually, in the UK as well. Sorry, I'm probably boring everybody with that talk. I can talk about that shit for hours. It's fascinating stuff, and obviously, we love the games. I think that just comes naturally. There's a lot of business and strategy that goes behind it, or there should be, if you're doing it right. It's over 100 around Chicago in the past few days. Jeez. Yeah, because humidity you cannot escape from. It feels like an oven no matter where you are. That's rough. It's crazy, dog. I don't know, I think that's like how we all entertain ourselves these days, is like with games, you know? Like, yeah, we watch TV shows, but I don't know about you, but when I unwind, I usually playing games with my friends and stuff. And it doesn't matter where they are, you can always play with them. Says, for real, with that humidity, you open your door at 1 p.m. and it feels like opening up an oven door. Yeah, or you're on the highway, you have your window down, and you're like, it feels like oven heat blasting me in the face. You're like, it's all shitty. Yeah, that's tough. And then, dude, it kills your energy. Just taps you out. It's your boy, Skinny Penis. Kind of fucked up our claw situation, didn't it? Chicago can be rough, right? Like, crazy cold in the winter. Crazy humid in the summertime. Can be. Shit, what was I grabbing? We're going to our secret location. So I feel like the cargo ship's coming out again. We'd be fools not to go on board. Yeah, I bet, dude. Well, I hope it's out here still. I guess we'll find out. Excellent. Yeah, it's 6 in the morning. I can feel humidity already. Not good. There she is. We made it. Yeah, see these boxes start to take damage? They shouldn't really take damage until later, so yeah, it's kind of annoying. I think we lost some stuff because it decayed. Yeah, that'll be fixed. But it's annoying when you lose it. I gotta put 500 in here. Already kind of low on wood. Yikes. Fujitama. What's up, DMV trucker? What up, B? Oh, cool. We got 460. Nice. Okay. Yep. It's a tugboat. They do got him now. Oh, yeah. Ah, so we're going to fish off of it, too. So if you got the tugboat by your 2C, will it decay? Yes. You have to touch it every 24 hours, and then it should have about 3 days to melt. But there should be a 24-hour grace period for the decay. But, like, the decay happens immediately right now because of the bug. They do exist. It's true. Watch, we hear the cargo ship coming in. The human skull's funny. I'm so wet. It says I gotta go adult before it's too hot out. It says, if you get a tugboat by your TC, will it decay? I think the biggest thing is protecting it. Nah, I mean, really just kind of expect your tugboat to get sunk or stolen or raided while you're offline. Like, kind of just go under that assumption. I mean, bruh. Tugboats. If only you could plant turrets. Yeah, but then people would just sink it with torpedoes. Small water bottle? What? That's crazy. Let's get some of those diving fins, yo. The sonar sound is messed up. Not only does it not sound like the sonar, but it appears to be going off. 2 water buckets, huh? Watch, this is probably anchovies. Fighting. It says if you could only put shotgun traps, it'd be the best mobile trap base. Anchovies. Sometimes we do this with a bit of extra cloth, and then it's kind of nice to build up your gas. Not a bad way to spend your evening in Rust. Sardinas. Now it's pinging even when there's no boat around. It's a glitch right now. Hopefully that gets fixed too. Nice, we're building up the good fish surplus. What do we do with all this stinky schmeat? Anchovies. I can't think of a better way to let your rib decay than next to your tug. Come on, flippers. Flippers? Water bucket. I was on a server yesterday and came across a tug with C4 on the side that wouldn't blow up. He says it was just endless C4 beeping. Oh, that's crazy. That was quite a fight for sardine. Sardinas. Herring. Dude, this is the standard fishing pole I got at the fishing village. We've just been fixing it over and over again. Vince, damn it. So many water buckets. Oh yeah, the swordfish is a fight, and that sardine put up. I know, right? You're like, just gotta be way better. And it's just a junk fish. Like, damn it. Yeah, see, we shouldn't have to repair these doors for like another 12 hours or something, but they're slowly taking deeps. Go, Tugboat, go. A herring, after all that. Oh, we got cards on board. I guess we could go do underwater labs. Oh, yeah, daddy. Oh, dang it. My last wipe I played, I did a water base. Only ground in the ocean. The first time I've ever researched every blueprint. And not one successful raid on me. Yeah, people don't really know what to do when you're in the water. It's kind of a cool place to be. Yes. Perfect. Yeah, it could just get a little expensive putting stilts under your base. But even with torpedoes, it's still pretty hard for people to actually raid you. Especially if you put socket denial type stuff up out there so they can't really twig. Yeah, they have a real hard time with it. Although tugboats might change that a bit. Like, this is a basic bait, and this thing's really fighting. Really? That was a worm. Like, what did I just catch? Oh. Yeah, you can do satchel C4 and rockets underwater. BTW. Ah, dang it. Just in case Mr. Helicopter Man comes for us. A herring. Yeah, underwater entrance on a water base is tight. I've got 2 bases that are like that, the silo and the bilge. Silo's for like 2 players and up. Bilge is for the solo. Holy shit. I broke it. Ooh. Tuggy tugs. Well, at least we're getting rid of the worms. Yeah, do you see what I mean? Huge sardine to break the line? Agreed. Just like, what's going on here? Now we got level 5 baits. Herring. Let's do it. Oh yeah. A sardine. Get out of here. Is it easy to take heli from Tug? Probably not. I can't say we've done it, but I don't think it has that much damage. Damage. Take a couple salvos of those rocket pods and you'd be hurting. Oh my goodness, did you see that shit? Yeah, and then everything on board would sync with it. Oh my goodness, I screwed that up. Go get it. Yeah, small shark was easier than the sardine. How do you hide yourself from the admin list? There's ways. I don't know if I can fully say, because then I don't want the hackers to know. There's a command to turn some of it off, but there's other stuff you can do. Wink. Oh. It will be destroyed. There's like a timer on it. You'd have to be on like every hour or something, and then even after that I think there's like a hard timer for it to destroy. Perfect. This fishing pole has gone super fire. Oh, there goes my exploit plan. Yeah, I think after about 2 hours it totally gets scooped. So you have like a little bit of time to go maybe get your stuff out. if they don't raid your doors. There you go, small trout. Alright, that's hot. Baby. Wow, that was an anchovy? Get out of here. That's so crazy, dude. Why was that so hard? Damage. Excellent. Huh, well, we're about 3.5 hours in. I wanted to make the sub pen, but we might have to cut it off here if we're going to be doing another stream in the morning here. So I think we'll probably wrap it here for now. I expect us to be jumping right into some tugboat stuff next time we sign in. Oil rig to sea labs, underwater labs, using the tugboat. Kind of want to feel out how, you know, good or bad that might be. I feel like it'll be great. Because you can actually get back into the action much faster. Now, you can't park over the sea labs, obviously, but you can park close to it. They fixed the old Jersey walls. Nice. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. Be sure to drop a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you think you're into it. You'd like to watch stuff like this in the future, and turning on those notifications. And we'll see you guys again real soon. I'm not sure what the next stream's going to be. Obviously, if we have the proper runway, we might do another Rust thing right away in the morning. We might throw in the Xenothread stuff for Star Citizen, or possibly some Valorant, depending on what's happening. Kind of have to assess who's on, what's going on. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Be sure to look for the other stream later on this morning, and we should have some Rust content a bit later as well. So, alright, we'll see you guys a little bit later. I think we have Dome typed into this. I think we do. Oh, but we could. Dome. How crazy is that we can use this computer? That's nuts. Layers. Good night. or good morning, rather.